Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Bridge, playing the Reddit weekly for this week, which I'm recording it on the 16th, which is when the tournament starts. But it's a week long, so the video should be coming out on the 23rd. And I don't know. There was some change somewhat recently to either BBO's layout or what my ad blocker can successfully block. So this stuff over here, I don't know, maybe this was missing in the last video, but I have it back now. Maybe it's possible that I didn't realize you couldn't see the board number and percentage last game, but now you can. Okay. Because when, I don't know, when Chrome turned off uBlock Origin, I switched to uBlock Lite, and it's pretty good, but it didn't get everything. And there was this big white empty space on the left where it blocked an ad but couldn't remove the empty space. And it's not there anymore, so that's nice. Anyway, 8 boards of match points. Usually takes me somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes, 30 and 50. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on with this hand? I have 8 and 12 is 20. Yes, 20 points, easy to know. I have no 4-card majors for you, partner. Okay, we will play 3 no trump. I like the diamond lead. Club lead. This is a club, not a diamond. Don't be tricked. It's match points. So we have 2 clubs, 3 diamonds is 5, 2 aces is 7. You can certainly set up at least 2 more heart tricks by just playing the ace and then the queen. So we can make the contract, but it's match points. We want to make over tricks. Even at imps, if you can make over tricks without breaking the contract, you should. But at imps, you can kind of relax when you see, okay, I'm making the contract. And then if you have time, you can spend some effort on figuring out how to do better. For example, can we afford to play a heart to the queen and then a diamond to the queen and then finesse in hearts? Yes. But you have to be careful about how you do it, because if you play load the queen and then run the jack, and it holds, you might say, oh great, I'll finesse the queen next. But then if that loses, now the hearts are blocked, and that's kind of a bummer. They can even exit a diamond so that you but you can win the diamond in the south hand, right? You can still preserve dummy's diamond entry. So I think you probably can afford to go all in on the heart finesse. They can't hurt you. Yeah, okay, sure. I haven't really paid attention to the diamond spots, but they both played lower cards on this one than they did on the previous trick. So if they were signaling count truthfully, then they would both have 3. Pretty sure... Oh no, I can't just duck a club because then they actually could cut me off from the hearts by playing a diamond. I have to unblock hearts first. Okay, so do I duck a club here? If I do that, I don't really have much to fall back on. I think I actually play the ace and then duck a club here. Often you want to hang on to the ace in a suit that you're setting up so that you can win a later trick and kind of maintain control and stop them from running, say the clubs are 5-1, right? Cashing the ace sets up 3 club tricks for them. Whereas if I duck, I still have the ace and can switch, but I don't care if the clubs are 5-1. I can just cash out. And I want to know if the clubs are 3-3 before I decide what else I'm doing. In particular, I might want to finesse in diamonds. Probably not. But if I find out the clubs are 3-3, I'm certainly not doing that. Like, West has led the jack and now played the 10, right? Certainly, it seems that West has the king. We don't know about any lower ones. I don't think I've seen the 9, have I? I don't know. Oh, East had them. All right. Oh, the 8, whatever. West pitched the jack of diamonds, so I just throw a spade on this, and now we're all set. I mean, I guess even if West hadn't pitched the diamond, I'd have the rest here. No, because this is, yeah, this is pitching the last diamond from dummy. Okay, I mean, making 4 seems fine. I don't think you could do a lot better. Four diamonds. Like, could you do this without losing hearts? 41! Oh, maybe, okay. So is the point that if you don't exit the last club... Yeah, well, okay. So let's see. You have 4 diamonds and 4 hearts and 2 aces and the queen. I see, that's 11 tricks. So maybe I was wrong to play the ace of clubs and I should have played just a low one. Because if diamonds split but clubs don't, then conceding a club means you end up having to pitch a diamond winner. Okay, I didn't really get that. Interesting. And, like, realistically, I don't think I was ever going to finesse in diamonds. So maybe it's right. You should cash them test them first before you decide what to do in clubs. This is quite a hand. I mean, I guess you just bid a heart. Yeah, of course, partner bids clubs. I have diamonds well stopped, partner. I hope you don't need any club tricks, though. Yikes. This sucks. Like, I need to get to dummy, but I don't think that's happening. See, dummy has 11 points. I have 13. That's 24. The opponents have 16. So West probably has, like, 1 honor and East has the rest. Maybe like, you know, West could have a king and a jack or something like that. But, so, like, I probably can't get to dummy with the king of spades. So we could try exiting a diamond, but they can just exit hearts, and I'm not happy. So I think you just have to play a spade to the 10 and hope one of West's cards is the jack of spades. Then you can get to dummy with the king, and then you hope that the queen of clubs drops. Okay. Huh. Okay, so I can win this. Cross in spades, cash clubs. and then play another diamond. And they're going to have to either let me into the south hand or back into north, which I don't think they'll do. Is that enough tricks? I have 1, 2 more spades. I think so. It's the 1 trick I already have. Oh no, it's 1 short. I'm going to have to get a second heart somehow. Because I can get 2 more clubs, 2 more spades, 2 more diamonds, and a heart. But that's only 7 more tricks. If the club split, of course, or if the queen of clubs drops, of course, we're... There's some quaint phrase for, you know, everything is going well. We're in sunshine, but it's not sunshine, we're in something, right? Huh. Anyway, ducking this seems like a very bad idea. East would surely not underlead the 10 of diamonds, letting me win the 9, much as I might wish that he would. And a heart shift is disastrous. So we win this. And I think we play the 9 here. Because the 8 has been played, right? Yeah, dummy had the 8. Right, and so has the 6. So like this 7-5 is a trick. So I don't need the 9. And I'd kind of like to threaten to get to my hand rather than threaten to get to dummy, I think. Even though, no, dummy's going to have a million tricks, so I guess that's better. Because I'm just going to play club, club, and then I think another club, right? It's the queen! Oh no! I needed to cash the ace of hearts to make 6, as it turns out. Alright. I mean, I'm pretty happy to be making 5. To be making 3, if we're honest. I think it would have been extremely reckless to cash the ace of hearts. If you were in 6 no trump, yeah, you better cash that. Because you need a plus score, and any minus will be a disaster. So who cares if you're minus more? But I think in 3-0, going plus is pretty important. What does the field say? 75. Okay. There's 11 points with a stiff club? I think you could argue for passing this or opening it. I think opening would be the mainstream action. I don't have any compelling reason not to. Okay. So, in Real Bridge, you have to raise this. You have to bid 2 hearts. This event is best hand, though, so we know partner has at most 11 high card points. We could try passing to secure the plus. There are going to be some hands where partner, despite having 11 points, you know, game is very, very good. Or even, like, slam could be possible, although it seems unlikely partner will go looking for it. So there's certainly a risk to passing here. But there's also a risk to raising and partner gets too carried away. I guess, I don't know. Now that we have a club fit, a heart fit, my club stiff has gotten better. I think I should bid 2 hearts. Okay. And we just get to play 2, so that's fine. Partner didn't get carried away. It's possible we make exactly 7 tricks, but not super likely. The main case for passing is not that you think 2 is going to go down, but that you think 4 is going to go down if you bid 2 hearts. Spade? Diamond? Okay, that's fine. I don't really need to rough very much, do I? I probably do. Yeah. But I also need to draw trump. I don't think I should do something crazy like try to rough a bunch of clubs. I'll just hope to rough 1. When hearts are not 4-1, that's easy. When they're 4-1, it could be a little more exciting. Okay, but they're not. So we win this. We ruff a club high. Oh, this was bad. I shouldn't have done this. I'm so stupid. Now, yeah. Okay. Don't let him rough this. Actually, you know what? If he roughs this, I don't even care. But now the problem is the diamonds are blocked, and I can't get to them. Yeah. What have I done? I can't win this 9. I'm gonna make just 2. There was no reason to be so eager to ruff a club. I easily could have made 3 on this hand. By leaving myself in a position to cash this 9 of diamonds. That ought to score badly. I don't think the field is going to make the same mistake I did. Here. Just draw the last trump and play a diamond. Right? Says it doesn't matter. That's good to know. 70%. Okay. I guess the issue is they blew it by playing a spade. I'm surprised West roughing this isn't worth something. But no, I guess the rough just gives me a club rough back. Right, okay. It says a spade is fine. Yeah, because I guess the alternative is to give me a club rough or unblock the diamonds. Funny. Huh, okay, well. It seemed like I made a mistake there, but I guess on the actual layout, there wasn't a lot I could do. 16 points. I'm getting out. I'm out of this auction. You guys, I don't know. Like, you could double here, I guess. Oh, I mean, I guess a diamond one, no, is... I was thinking for some reason West had opened a heart. A diamond I could double for takeout now. And we could maybe get to play 2 of a major. But, like, I have 16. West has 12. It's 28. East has, like, 6. Partner has maybe 6 points. Like, if we find partner with a 4-card major, which is likely, we'll have a slight majority of the points. I guess it's okay. Partner shouldn't get too carried away and go inviting game. Am I going to double again? Please pick a major? I don't think I should. Partner had the option to bid a major here if he had a decent hand. I think if I bid again, I'm asking to go for 2 to 500 at the 2 level. I meant to pass. My discussion was that I should pass, but I wasn't really looking very much at the screen, and I guess I just hit the wrong button. Okay, well, this should be exciting. Pwah! Okay, I think you should have bid the first time, partner. I'm lucky I made this mistake. What the hell? I might go down 1, but that's fine. What is wrong with you? Oh, man. Okay. Where do I win this? I think you want to, like, play the Queen of Spades on the first trick, and I don't think it matters whether you lead up to it or not. Because it only matters if the suit is, like, 4-1, 4-0, right? That you can still finesse against the 9. And that's true even if you lead the Queen. But the only... There maybe, like... No, there's not any Trump promotion thing that could happen, I don't think. It really doesn't matter. Let's show them I have the Queen so they don't think there's any reason to attack the suit. I don't want them to, because maybe they can get a ruff. I'm still going to win the Queen. I want them to know I have it, so they don't think their partner might have it. I guess this is... Well, no, it can't be a heart ruff, I don't think. East might ruff a heart, but West won't. Okay, and now we're cruising. Because you can't give yourself a ruff. Okay, they're out of trump. Meanwhile, 2 clubs makes 4. Losing a diamond and 2 hearts. And I guess they never had a chance to take a ruff here. Because the spades were 2-2 and I have enough heart stops. Heart, spade, heart, spade. Now they can lead a heart, but neither of them has a spade left. I don't know. So, I mean... You think you should double here? I didn't think so. I guess if you're playing with a give, apparently you should, because this hand really ought to be bidding over 2 clubs. But I think a human partner who would move with a hand like this, you should not bother them again with another double and insist. Yeah, your hand is good, in quotes, but like, look at those diamonds, look at those clubs. You're really excited to be at the 2-level red? I don't think so. Not if partner can't move over the first double. I think you should pass here. I just got lucky that I misclicked. I mean, this is 14. You could a club is like the book bid with this hand. Could you justify 1 no trump, do you think? It's 14 points, but you have a 5-card suit. And it's all aces and kings, which are, you know, generally better than queens and jacks. Well, obviously aces are better than jacks, but like, you know, the typical, the high card point scale of 4, 3, 2, 1 generally overvalues queens and jacks and undervalues aces and kings. So this is, you know, in terms of which honors I have, this is a good 14. Quite a good 14. And I have the 5 clubs as well. But my spots aren't much good, except in hearts. My honors are all scattered, so they need support from partner to get anywhere. Partner passed, so it doesn't have 12. If we're making a game, it's going to be... I mean, it certainly is possible partner has 11 and we get to a good 3-0. But much more likely is that we get to a bad 3-0 if I open 1 no here. I think I'm just going to open a club. It tells partner what, you know... I have an actual club suit, which will be helpful in case we compete. And I think I just have to pass this. I can't double. Can I? Maybe I can. What do you think? Oh, game forcing, huh? Well, I guess I can't. What? No, you can't. Really? I mean, I guess my major suit kings are not looking that good. But I don't think minus 400 is going to be a good... I mean, I don't know. I think in terms of like a regular match point field with like... If I have this hand and partner bids a spade, minus 400 is going to be a bad score for us, so there's not much risk in doubling. Whereas there's a lot of gain in doubling, because if we're only beating it for 50 or 100, that could be a bad score compared to our partial, like 2 spades or something, right? So doubling protects against that outcome. Here, though, if, you know, like... You know all of these opponents are taking fairly normal choices. They're all robots. They're going to do the same thing at every other table if South does the same thing. And I think most Souths will do the same thing. So everyone's going to be facing this auction. Obviously not everyone, but you know, a large percentage of the field. So this idea of like, oh, you got to protect the plus doesn't apply as much. If 5 diamonds is down, doubling it will earn you match points. If it's making, doubling it will cost you match points. Which is less true if you think that not everyone's going to get to 5 diamonds. So double is not free here. But it still feels like this should not make. Right? Like, give partner a queen and we're doing okay? Maybe? I don't know. I can't help myself. I'm a sucker. I'm doubling. And leading Trump, I think. Well, am I? No, they both seem to have plenty of trumps. I don't think I'm going to stop their ruffs. And we don't have a lot of slow tricks, so they don't need that many ruffs. We need to make sure we get our fast tricks going in time. So I'm going to play a spade. That's not great. That's really not great. Wait, I have the king. I thought West had the king. Oh, this is fine. The issue is the jack has been played, I see. So East is threatening to use the 10 of spades to pitch another heart loser. So if East has like ace X of hearts, then my spade lead has blown the or ace third of hearts. Or ace X. Then my lead has blown the contract. I think you still have to do it. Ace? Okay. So I dropped a trick, but I think it's one many people would drop. Hopefully my double has gotten us back to something sort of normal-ish. Yeah, I'm not playing the ace on this. Still. I guess you have like a high cross ruff except for the ace. Is that the joke? Yeah, okay, I see. Well, yeah. Needed to lead a red card. Ace of diamonds, heart switch, or just hearts. I think leading a heart is crazy. So it would have to be ace of diamonds, heart switch. Which seems plausible. 90%? No way it should be that good. What is happening in this field? I think I should have salvaged an average with my double. Or are people scared to switch to hearts? That's insane. You should not be. It's clearly very urgent and important to do so. And if partner didn't come up with any honors in spades or diamonds, yeah, they might have king, queen of clubs, but like also they might have some heart cards. Because they did bid, right? Huh. Plus, East's play makes it clear that you're not getting any heart winners you have anyway, so even if East has ace queen, there's not much to lose. I don't know why this is a 90. Maybe people are opening one no? And then who knows what? Or they're letting 5 diamonds go undoubled and then still beating it one? I don't know. This is 12 points, but completely the wrong hand to bid with. 2 clubs would be an insult. Whoa, why did I emphasize like insulting? Yes, but insult as a noun. I said insult. Anyway, 2 clubs would be an insult to our forebears who thought you should have a good hand to bid. Yeah, fine. You guys can have it. What do you think about a spade lead here? Lead the ace. The queen is still sitting over the king, so unless we have 3 spade tricks, which is possible, like maybe partner has the 10 and declare has king jack, but not super likely. We could try queen of diamonds and maybe we get a ruff there, but I kind of want to just lead a spade. I do not think this is going to be a common lead. The 10! Ah! Okay, well, shoot. How good do we think the hearts are? I really want to stop declare roughing clubs, but if the hearts are going to be winners, then that's sort of silly. I think the small hearts kind of suck, so I don't know. I'm just going to keep leading spades. This may give away a spade trick, but also partner may have the king or the jack. Yeah, okay. Wow. I think I'm getting away with something here. 9 of hearts is extremely bad news. What cards does East have? In spades, only the jack. In diamonds, well, in hearts, only the jack. That's 2. You need like 10 more for your opening. In diamonds, you seem to have like ace jack or king jack. Probably king jack. That's 4 plus 2 is 6. You need 6 points in clubs? Like, that's ace king. So we don't have much more to work with here. I think you have to lead a heart here, and maybe it cuts Declare off from... No, that doesn't make any sense. We don't have any fast tricks anywhere except maybe the ace of diamonds, which could go away on hearts, I guess, if Declare has jack 10x. So let's play a diamond, because I don't think Declare has any real club losers to speak of. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this is a fantastic outcome, I think. Yes, this is all right. You're pitching the club on a heart. Now, maybe it'll score badly because we do better to declare in clubs, but I don't think so. Right? We're losing 2 hearts, a heart ruff, so call it 3. A diamond and 2 clubs, that's 6 tricks? Yeah. I guess that's only minus 50. Okay, but 45. So I think that must come from the defense. I imagine minus 140 would be a lot worse. I guess the field is bidding 2 clubs with this hand. You should not. I mean, you can have whatever agreements you want. You can agree to have terrible overcalls. I've had that agreement in the past. But Gib doesn't know about those. So unless you're playing with a real person, you should have like a decent hand when you overcall. And that is a very not good hand. Now this is interesting. We could pass this. I don't really fancy my chances of taking 7 tricks with spades as trump, though. So I'm just going to bid 1 no. I would have liked to double 2 spades, I think. Okay, so we're in 3 now. 2 spade tricks. Well, let's count points first. I have 13. Nope, 12. Partner has 11. That's 24. The opponents have 16. West has a lot of them, but maybe only like 12 to bid this way. Yeah, see, 12 to 19 is what Gib thinks. So East could have as much as an ace. Ace of diamonds would be quite a bummer. I don't think we can infer much from West's spade lead. We already knew West had good spades, and the fact that he's not afraid to lead them in, even though I've shown a bunch of stoppers, I don't think tells me that much about like whether he has entries outside or something. Like we know West has king 10 9 6th or maybe 7th. I have 2 spades. I mean, even if all the clubs come in, that's only 7 tricks. I'm going to need some hearts. So I think, and I want to make sure I have enough entries to keep leading through West. So I think you win this and immediately, plus I need entries back to hand to cash the spades. You win this and immediately run the 8 of hearts. Running the 10 would be a small mistake. You would be very unlikely to be punished, but I mean, I don't know. It's a mistake in isolation in the heart suit because, like, what if I had no entries back to my hand, but I wanted to finesse against the queen 3 times? Obviously, you can't even do that because the ace is out there, but, like, if you lead the 10, what are you playing from dummy? The 5? Fine, you stay in hand. But now when you lead another one, you have to overtake it with the jack, and you can't finesse a 3rd time without crossing back to hand. If you play the 10, you can unblock the 9 and solve that problem. But then when you lead the 8, if they cover, suddenly dummy's 5 is going to be relevant, which you don't want. Leading the 8 first lets you stay in hand without having to do any funny unblocks when they don't cover. So this is the correct play in this suit. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I can afford to pitch a diamond here because West can't ever get in anymore. Okay, it was 7 spades. And now when you lead the 10, there's no question of whether you have to unblock. You can just play low. It's fine. Okay. Diamond? Thanks. I'll try the... No, don't try the 10. So if the clubs come in, we're going to make 4. If the clubs don't come in, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 tricks. And my fallback would be... some kind of squeeze involving clubs. Kind of like a fake double squeeze. Okay. I don't really know who has the queen of diamonds. They're both claiming they don't have it, but I suspect it's East. Am I missing something? Why this squeeze? I mean, if I cash the 2 hearts, I have to pitch too soon, right? I have to either pitch the spade or the diamond. Okay. Crossing, okay. There's 2 ways to think about this. One is you can just try to, like, simulate in your mind what would happen if you played things out various ways. What if I played a club? The obvious way to fix the problem is to play king of clubs, jack of spades, then the hearts, then queen of clubs. And in that way, what would happen? East would be squeezed in the minors before you have to commit to pitching the 10 of diamonds. So you could pitch that, and then West is squeezed in the black suits. Yeah. So you can work it out that way. The other thing you can do is refer to... well, for me, to refer to some categorization of squeezes. Like, what kind of double squeeze is this, and what are the rules for how you play this double squeeze? I learned to categorize squeezes from Bridge Squeezes Complete, the Clyde Love book, from like the 40s. It's very old. No, it can't be the 40s. The 50s, maybe? Maybe even 60s? Let me look. I have it on my desk. 1959. Okay. So not the 40s, it was the 50s. Anyway. So I would call this kind of squeeze type B because the hand with only one threat is the B threat, clubs. Right, I know spades are on my left, diamonds I believe are on my right. So the double squeeze should be guaranteed, actually, right? Whoever has the clubs can't hang on to that and their other threat, provided I time it correctly. Now, type B squeezes, why am I even, like, who cares? But, I don't know, it's just kind of fun to talk about stuff. So, type B, where the B threat, the threat guarded by both opponents, is the one, is in the hand with only one threat. So... type B squeezes are broken down in a few ways. One is whether there's an extra winner in that hand. Like if the king of clubs were over here, I would call this a B2 squeeze. If there's only one threat there, it's a B1, and then there's like B1A or B1B or something, which is a little annoying. But basically having whether categorized further by whether there's an entry in the south in the hand opposite the threat in the double squeeze suit. So in this case, I have two. So this would be like a type B1, and then I forget if they call this a type A or type B or what, or unrestricted or who knows what. But the most restrictive is when it's a type B. There's only one winner in the suit, no extra entries in either hand. In that case, you must cash the tricks in the specific order R, F, L. The player to the right of the double threat have to cash their suit first, which would be spades. Then the free suit, which is hearts. Then any L winners, which is diamonds. I can't do that. The diamond winner is already cashed. But that's fine, I think, because I have the extra entry in the south hand, even after crossing once in clubs. Yeah. But, so what are the restrictions there? Like, you have to... I don't remember. In this case, I find it easier to just work it out and see, well, look, the problem is that I'm going to be squeezed before East is, so I have to cash the spade. Because the Jack of Spades makes room for kind of a free card in my hand, but it's requiring East to keep a busy card. Right? He's going to have to pitch something, and it's going to be a card that matters. So, okay, we play a club, and we're watching, by the way, for the Queen of Diamonds and whether spades will be winners, which I think is basically 0%. But we know that West has 5 spades left, so if he somehow pitches those 5 spades on the next 3 tricks, then the spades will be good. Really, I think what we're doing is just squeezing East in the minors. But in principle, if West had spades and clubs, he could be squeezed here. I think the issue is it's just impossible for him to have that. He can't have 5 spades and 3 clubs at this point. So I guess I could have cashed the hearts first and just pitched my spade. Because we're not actually using the spades as a threat. But this is kind of just nice practice for similar situations that are not this one. Okay, and the clubs were 3-2. Not a surprise, but good practice to exercise technique even when it doesn't really and can't really matter. And think, so what is it that you do in a B1? What? The constraints are like, oh, you have to finish caching the B's and L's before you cash, or the L's and B's before you cash the R's or something. No, not L's and B's, L's and R's before you cash the F's. I don't know. The double squeeze, page 53. Type R doubles are the easiest, I remember that. Type L doubles don't work. Oh, I've skipped too far. In a B2 double, okay, but what about the B1s? Well, if there's a lone, and the B threat has one winner, which was the case here. If the 2 threat hand has a B winner, which was the case, The last R has to come before the last F, which in this case means cashing the spades before the hearts, which was what I figured out you have to do. But I can never quite remember what has to come before what, and I end up just working it out at the table instead. But I know there's some constraint, and thinking about it as a B1 helps me at least get to the point of knowing that there's some constraint. I closed the book, but now I want to refresh my memory on that exact page I was just on. Yeah, if the two-threat hand has no B winner, you have to cash them in the specific order R, F, L. That much I remember. R before F. Is there some good mnemonic for that? I don't know. If you're playing a type B1 squeeze, you want to roofie them? R before F? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're opening a diamond here. How did this score? 70, sure. And this is not enough for 3 clubs. We just bid an easy 2 clubs, and partner raises. I guess you bid 3-0 here. 5 clubs might be better. But I have spades very well stopped, and the main issue with playing no trump is you might not get much access to partner's hearts. But I might not want much access to partner's hearts. What if partner has the queen of diamonds and kind of crummy hearts? Then I just don't want a trump suit. I'll just bid 3-0. Everybody else is going to bid 3-0 as well. Partner doesn't have the queen of diamonds. But partner also has crummy hearts. And the jack-fourth of spades is nice. We have 4 spades. I'm going to have to win a card in a red suit if I want to make this contract. And that's assuming I get the clubs right. I think 5 clubs might have been easier here, but it's not a guarantee. I think you would try to, like... No. Because, like, it looks like very much a cross-ruff hand, right? But even if you cross-ruff all 8 clubs, you still need 3 spade tricks. Which means you need spades 3-3. Or 2 spades and a heart. But then you're not able to cross-ruff everything, right? The heart winner is just a ruff you don't have to take. So I don't think that's all that good. You would just end up drawing trump. Take 4 spades, 4 clubs, a heart, and a ruff. I mean, maybe you set up the hearts in a club contract? That seems very difficult. So I think no trump is the place to be. And it seems like I just need to win this and immediately play a heart. I guess I could unblock in spades if I wanted to, but I don't really. There doesn't seem to be a need. Well, there is some advantage to it, isn't there? Because it means they don't have a spade to exit with. Suppose I play a heart to the jack and it loses to the ace or queen. I don't want East playing another spade. I want him playing literally anything else. A diamond at least lets me try putting in an honor and see if I can get a trick there. A heart gives me a heart trick for sure. A club solves that suit. And I don't need these spades for anything. Yeah, let's just cash them. If the suit had been 5-1, I would have stopped. Oh no, they're 3-3, so maybe 5 clubs would actually do better. I think you just put in the jack here, like who knows. You could try the king. I don't think there's much in it between the two of them. Great. West played the 10. Okay, so these spots are never promoting unless all of the other ones are gone. Good to know. Gotta lead something. Clubs. Oh, I love you guys sometimes. No shot I can set up the hearts, right? Like, even if I were lucky and found that the hearts were 4-3, which is not incredibly lucky, but it's the luckiest you could be, and I didn't lose 2 diamonds immediately, I would still be losing at least a heart and a diamond, which is 4 tricks. So, I mean, as long as the clubs come in, I can't do any worse than that. And I'm pretty sure at this point that East has the queen, because I don't think West would be switching to a club holding the queen here, knowing that I've bid the suit. So we just put in the 7. Cross back to dummy. Yes, okay. So the clubs are coming in. We cash the heart. Oh, West had queen 3rd. Could have fooled me. Wow, why not a diamond? I guess it gives me a trick, so that's why. And West was out of hearts, I see. Well, this should score pretty well for us, I think. Not like miraculous, but good. Oh, hearts breaking badly also means 5 clubs is going to do badly because the cross rough doesn't work out so well. All right, well, much better than my results last week, which were like a 47 or something. I still don't know why board 5 is a 92. I feel like I maybe should have salvaged an average there, not do much better. Wasn't there another one that I thought would be interesting? Like, I guess, right, the second double here, which was an accident, turns out to have been productive. Oh, I don't need this open. On this one, I thought I had dropped a trick, but it turns out I hadn't. Kind of a miracle to take as many tricks as I did, but I don't know why the field doesn't also take that many tricks. Like, 1 heart 3 no seems like such an obvious auction. I guess if you play a spade to the king instead of a spade to the 10, you're down in flames. Okay, sure. I can believe that. On this one, I did badly because I ducked a club. That's right. Well, really, I ducked 2 clubs accidentally, in a way. When I should have tested the diamonds first. So yeah, that one's definitely my mistake. On this one, I feel like it must be that some of the field is overcalling 2 clubs and losing only 4 tricks to get 110 to go plus in 3 clubs. You can't make 3 no, can you? Oh, maybe if they misdefended. No, because they always have 2 clubs, 2 hearts, and a diamond. As long as they attack diamonds in time. Well, no, there's no such thing as in time because I only have 3 clubs, 3 spades. Oh, I guess with the 10 of hearts dropping, I could take 2 hearts. They do actually need to attack. Well, if they attack spades, though, I need to lose a lot of tricks. Eventually, East will get in and cash the spades. But I guess you could, like, spade lead, lose a club, spade, lose a club, spade, but now East is out of entries except for the diamonds. Then you go after hearts. But West has no choice. He has to play a diamond, and that's what beats you. So I don't think you're making 3 no. 3 no on this one. Yeah, I don't think I did anything special here. I wonder how 2 spades doubled would have done. South has 3 spades. We also take 2 clubs. That's 5 tricks. 2 red tricks is 7. Down 2. We should have doubled them, partner. Actually, I can ask the computer, can't I? Yeah. 7 tricks. Has to be a spade lead. Not because drawing trump is important, but because every red lead gives away a trick. But okay, so you do that. And don't play queen or jack, obviously. Ace seems fine, I guess. And then you can do whatever you want. I guess you have to put some red cards through at some point. Okay. And then this one seems pretty normal, but normal's usually worth 60%. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.